Susie? Okay, great.
It's starting. It's not there yet, but.
Perfect. Let me know. Looks like we're on.
Yep, you should be live right now.
Okay. All right. Well, let's call to order the September 21st, 2021, Victor, New York Conservation Board meeting. It's 6:31 p.m. And looks like we have a couple items on the docket tonight. So first thing on, we have Calhoun Chiropractic Wellness Center.
Yes.
So looks like we have Dr. Justin Calhoun, you're on, and you
Yes.
look like you're requesting approval to expand the existing 1.2 acre piece to include a parking lot expansion and a little bit of modification to the entrance and some landscaping, and also a future 956 square foot addition later on. So I see we have the blueprint or the project up.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you give us a quick overview? I think that kind of gives a good overview, but why don't you give us an overview of the project and what we're looking for tonight?
Basically, I'm just trying to remodel the inside, change the entrance, like you mentioned, add some more parking, and then as the business grows, possibly add on that other addition later on. So that's basically what I'm trying to do with that building.
Okay.
We're not modifying the building at all in any way except potentially the addition later on. So.
Okay. And are you you're going before the planning board?
On the 28th, I think.
Next week. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So they're looking for some comments, our input. I guess board members, I don't know if you had a chance to look at this. I drove by it on Sunday, and I'll open the floor up to the board members first for comment.
Thanks, Andrew. This is Matt. Hi, Mr. Calhoun.
Hi, Matt.
I also took a look, and I guess, is this currently where you're going to be adding the parking? Is that currently flat already? What's there now?
Yes.
Is it grass?
Yeah, it's flat, right? It's just grass. Yep.
Yeah, so you're not really moving anything. You just, whoever comes in to do the paving, just come in, take off the grass, and do their thing. Okay.
Correct.
There's no trees there now or anything like that.
No trees. No other. Yep. I know on the other side where that other possible addition would be, right now there's a loading dock and it drops down there, and there's that one small tree on the one side there.
Yeah, off the corner there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, other than grading, I really didn't have any other comments. It's pretty straightforward. It's already, I think, light industrial right now, right?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. So, we're going to be concerned with things like, water, movement of a ton of dirt, trees, those are the type of things that we take a look at for a project. And that being said, I don't have any other comments or suggestions. Not sure if anybody else does.
I tend to agree. Sorry. I tend to agree with Matt's comments. Pretty straightforward. I did note that there were some comments from a landscape consultant, maybe was the term. And we always like, obviously, when applicants consult with professionals, and it's also a good time for us to push the native plant manual that the town has and this board has put together, which just provides a listing of plants that thrive in Victor, New York, and our conditions. So certainly it's a good resource for you or your landscapers to use.
Okay, and I'll make sure they do follow that. So for sure.
Pat, Keith, anything else?
I know there was a comment about, I forget who said about planning things a little closer, or adding some stuff in. That
Yep.
was just fine with me. I mean, whatever's going to look better and be up to code, or that's fine with me too. So,
Yeah, that was going to be my only comment. I'll jump in and add some color there. I think it's a pretty straightforward project. You know, I checked out the slopes, nothing you know, too scary there. You're not moving much dirt around on the piece. Obviously trees are not an issue, or any kind of vegetation removal. So yeah, I think the only comment from my perspective is just taking that Zaretsky piece that he had suggested.
okay.
I don't know, Pat or Keith, if you have any other information or questions, comments.
Pretty simple. I don't have anything to add.
No, no, that's very straightforward.
What are you doing with that loading, that bay door?
I'm actually gonna wall that off, so that's just gonna remain down there, and probably a place where I'll park my vehicle when I come. So, because right now I don't know what to do with that. And that I know that one wall was starting to, I mean, it's starting to move over a little bit, so I will have to address that maybe. But that was the only other concern I had. If you guys had any concern with that, I didn't know what to do. Just leave it there for now until later. The wall where the loading dock is.
Yeah, I noticed it. I didn't have any
Okay.
main concern. I didn't really look too closely at it though.
Okay.
But that might be something planning board could advise on a little better.
Okay, I'll ask them about it.
Didn't strike me as any kind of erosion
Okay.
or anything like that. I think as long as it's structurally built,
Okay.
you know, which I'm assuming it is, then you should get.
Okay.
So I think the only comment that we're going to have to the planning board is, you know, the Bruce Zaretsky piece, and you know, we'll get that over to the board, and you know, sounds like you're on next week, so
Right.
looks like things are progressing for you, which is good.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate it.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Yeah, thanks. Have a good evening.
You too now. Bye now.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay, second item here, William and Laura, I'm gonna get this wrong, Tabayong? Tabayong, okay, thank you. On Barony Woods, so it looks like you're looking to put a pool, fence, gazebo, nice little backyard project you're looking to put in. So I did not drive by this one, but I took a close look on Encore, and you know, again, I think this is fairly straightforward. I'm going to open this up to the board for questions. But before we do that, I guess Laura, if you could give us a quick overview on the project here.
Sure. We currently have an existing in-ground hot tub and fireplace and some stamped concrete. So we're basically just looking to expand that to include an in-ground fiberglass pool, and then have space to place a prefabricated gazebo. And then it will have the required black aluminum fence, you know, surrounding all of that. So
Yep.
That's it.
No easements on the property, conservation easement. I think this is an LDD anyways.
It is LDD. Yep. No, not conservation.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Yeah, usually that's kind of a gotcha with pools, is the fence and the conservation easement, trying to balance those two out. But you got that covered. One thing I will add, just from being a pool owner and going through an install, Have you thought through, or has your installer thought through two things? One, where are the spoils going? The dirt, and two, what are you doing with the runoff or any kind of water that's going to come up out of that? Is there going to be any kind of drainage for the pool itself? From groundwater.
The dirt, they typically hire someone to take it away. So I'm actually working with him on that because I know he's done this in the past for other customers. So I've already asked him if we can hire somebody for that. I'll be honest, I don't know your question about the water.
Okay. Yeah, with pools like that, the hydrodynamic, you get water, it comes up the water table. I don't know, in that particular part of Victor is high, but a lot of Victor is pretty high. So it's just it's a question I think we'll add to the comments, but we'll see where that goes. Any other questions or comments from the board?
I was just going to ask what the grading looks like right now. So are you, do you have to flatten this out or move it around?
No, we are keeping the grading intact. The pool will be high. So our yard actually slightly slopes downward naturally. So the pool and hardscaping will be up. So there's going to be a very short, possibly at most 2 feet high retaining wall. That way we can keep the pool level and at the height it needs to be, but then anything beyond that wall will be maintained at its current grade. So we won't be changing anything other than just making sure the pool's level. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely does. Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That was my only comment, really. It was a grading question.
Yeah, I have nothing to add. Looks good.
Same on my end, gentlemen.
Cool. Who's doing your install for you?
Oasis Pool and Spas.
Yeah. Okay.
Dar Delmer.
Cool. Good company. You'll be happy.
I don't think that jumped out at me. I'm good.
Okay. Well, best of luck. Laura, I guess, are you on planning board next week or?
Here I am. Yep.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, best of luck. If you need anything or have any questions regarding conservation, we're here. But I think you should be all set.
Okay. Thank you all so much. Have a good night.
Hey, you too. Likewise.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. We have minutes. I was not here last meeting, so I don't know. Obviously, we can still vote on them. I just can't vote.
Yeah, I think we have 2 sets, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what do we have? Approval for August 17th, yes, and September. So let's look at August 17th. Anyone get a chance to read through those?
I did. I'm trying to think if that's the one. Is there a way to pull them up real quick? I know, because the one I wasn't at, so I just don't want to vote on the wrong one.
Yeah, I think you were absent, Matt. That's I have that up right now.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
So it looks, yeah, I read through this a while ago. I'm okay with this. I don't know if Pat, Keith, Tim have anything.
Look good to me.
Looks good to me.
Okay. Well, just looking for a motion.
Motion.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
The
We'll go
lag,
with
man.
Pat. We'll go with Pat. And you want to second that, Tim?
I'll second that.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. I cannot vote on the next one, but I did read them. They looked good, and I know we talked yesterday. So Thank you for that. So
Yeah,
you
I
think,
also thought they were fine. Unless anybody has any comments, I'd make a motion to approve those.
okay, motion on Matt. Good for a second.
I'll agree. I'll second that.
Seconded by Tim. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Aye.
That's it on the agenda. Mike, I don't know if you have anything from the town board perspective.
No, there hasn't really been anything recently that has come up. It's been pretty quiet. We've been involved in the budget primarily, and there hasn't been any projects other than the upcoming East Victor that you're probably working on right now. That's up this week. So I know you guys have already addressed that and have made comments to planning board on that. But that's about it. Any questions for me?
Which East Victor is up first? Is it the Woodstone or the Reedman?
Well, Woodstone is up this week because they're looking for the proposal for the overlay and the density that they want to go to from what it is existing. And I got a note from Jack today that that's up on this coming meeting for discussion. I haven't read through it yet, but I just got that from Jack and have to go into depth with what they're looking for over there. Have you guys been appraised of what he's looking for over there in the overlay and what he's looking for versus what he has?
I mean, we did the site walk there. And I thought for the overlay, he was just trying to match what Reedman had going in the area.
Well, his first one that I saw, he wants to go 1 for 1. He wants 99 houses there. So it's he wants to go 1 for 1, which is, I mean, I'm not really allowed to say in this setting, but because I'm just a liaison, but it was on the comp plan when they did that district, and their original ask is quite a bit more than what Reedman got with nothing to give back, but let you guys enter in on that. From my perspective, it was a big ask. But,
you think that was just the beginning of his negotiation? Might as well ask for everything to start and then go from there?
The way it was put was if we voted on it to consider or to adapt that it could be an overlay district, then it was up to the planning board. It was, it didn't have to, it could not change. They could change it. It could remain the same, or they could approve even more. So, I voted to consider it, but then when it comes right down to it, what planning board thinks and what you guys think and what's doable in that plot of land is probably wouldn't come back to us to a later date, but it's a big ask.
That sounds like more than what we discussed at the site walk, doesn't it, guys that were on the site walk?
I think we had that drawing mapped out for 90 and change.
It was
to Mike's
90.
point. Yeah.
You wanted to go from a 3 to a 1, wanted
Yeah.
to jump right over a 2, and I haven't seen it. I don't know what his reasoning or his justification was, so I can't comment on that, but was a big ask.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, has nothing to do with conservation, but man, it's a lot of cars heading down East Victor. It used to be pretty darn quiet for a while, and then a couple Reedman, Bluemont at the end of it, and then 99 more there. That's a lot of traffic right up there at 96, especially East Victor 96.
Yeah.
So, and the Jeep dealership, is that driveway going to line up with East Victor or no?
I don't think it's an exact lineup. I can't tell you 100% where it ended up,
Yeah.
but I think there's still an issue there that they're working out.
Interesting. Well, anyways, thanks for that update.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, well, I don't think there's, I think we can actually, Susie, if you want to take us off live, I think we're all set now with the meeting.
do you want to motion and adjourn and all that?
Oh, yes, sorry, yes, my, so I guess looking for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion.
Motion by Pat,
Second.
second by Matt.
Yeah.
All in favor?